Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to an excited Wrestling Days because we are less than a week away from the Royal Rumble and I absolutely love the Royal Rumble. Who doesn't love the Royal Rumble? And this year in particular is tasty because anyone could win it. There's rumours as to who is favourites. You know, people like Shinsuke Nakamura's getting a lot of mentions. Roman Reigns is getting a lot of mentions. John Cena, maybe. But I think people are expecting John Cena against Undertaker this year. So we'll have to see. But I want to give you my high five people that I would love to see win the Royal Rumble. And the people that I want to see win it are people that Vince doesn't traditionally pick. Vince, in recent years, has picked established names. You know, Randy Orton, Batista, Triple H, Roman Reigns, who's in that main event picture anyway. So these are all big names, well-known names, people that you would expect to headline WrestleMania. Personally, I see the Royal Rumble as an opportunity for someone that wouldn't normally get a chance to compete for a title, So the names that I'm picking are maybe a little bit more mid-card, and in one instance, NXT. So let's get straight to it. I've not picked Daniel Bryan, right? Let's get that out there straight away. Because he's not on the active roster. Yes, I would love to see Daniel Bryan win this, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to compete. I don't think he's going to get medically cleared. And I can see Daniel Bryan sadly going, once his contract finishes, off to a different company and wrestling for them. I think he does want some more matches. I'm not convinced WWE are going to give him those matches. So, let's get straight to it anyway. And at number 5, Rusev. Rusev is red hot at the moment. He is going to get a fantastic reception when he steps out at the Royal Rumble because of the Rusev Day gimmick. So every day is Rusev Day. He's got a t-shirt with that. He's got Aiden English by his side singing songs, and the crowd are really, really into this gimmick. And he is a monster as well. He's a really big guy. He's not been treated that well on the main roster. He's had WrestleMania matches in the past with, you know, like John Cena. I remember he came out in a tank, which was awesome. And really, I would say that was the pinnacle of his main roster career. And you're going back like 3 years now. And then since then, it's just been this gradual decline. They've not booked him like this unstoppable monster. He's never held the WWE Championship, but he is as hot as he has ever been. Like, I don't mean looks-wise. I really don't mean looks-wise. But I mean with how he is connecting with the crowd. So, yeah, I would love to explore, you know, what happens if WrestleMania becomes Rusev Mania. Number 4 on the list, I've gone with the UK champion, Pete Dunne. Now, this is more to put the championship over. You could have champion versus champion. I really want to see that United Kingdom championship get more respect because it's not on a show. I mean, it gets defended on NXT once in a while. It gets defended at like NXT takeovers once in a while. But there's every chance that it just doesn't even appear at WrestleMania. Pete Dunne had one of the best years last year of any WWE performer on any roster. I know he didn't compete that much, but he was still killing it on the indie scene. And in recent weeks, we've seen like Will Ospreay, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, going up against Pete Dunne, the United Kingdom Champion. So you've had like IWGP Champion versus WWE Champion. It's like crazy what's happening on the indie scene. In fact, I don't think it's happened yet, but we are not that far away from Pete Dunne taking on Austin Aries. And Austin Aries is the current Impact Wrestling champion. So there is going to be the UK WWE champion taking on the Impact champion. That is insane. Who knew that would ever happen? It's obviously not happening under the WWE banner. It's happening out there in indie world. But still, it's happening. And I should imagine there'll be that moment where they both hold their titles up. It's going to be awesome. So Pete Dunne surely is going to be in the Rumble. He deserves to be in the Rumble. He is a champion. That surely gets you entry. But man, if he won it, that would be insane. Pete Dunne against AJ Styles. I'm all in for that. At number 3, let's go with something maybe a little more realistic. Finn Balor. Not many people are talking about Finn Balor as a winner of the Rumble, which is a real shame. Obviously, Vince, rumours are, doesn't really see Finn's potential, which is an even bigger shame because he's a massive star. Certainly when he's got the Demon King attire on, you know, the kids, how will the kids not love that? He still hasn't had that WrestleMania moment. In fact, I don't think he's competed at WrestleMania at all. Injury left him out of last year's, so we've never had that Demon King entrance. It doesn't matter who you put Finn Balor in against. Have him against Brock. You could have the Beast versus the Demon, or put him in against AJ Styles, and we get a replay of that fantastic match that we had at the tail end of last year. So, yeah, either way. And actually, interestingly, it was Finn Balor that won that match against AJ Styles. What happens now at WrestleMania? What happens now that the WWE title is on the line? As I said, I've not seen Finn being spoken about as a favourite. Man, you could even argue he's not main event level. He's mid-card level, which is insane. This whole thing is insane. Number 2, I've got Aleister Black. Aleister Black is just tearing it up down in NXT. He won't be in the Rumble. At least I don't expect him to be in the Rumble. But if he is going to be big. He is going to be dominant. He'll get rid of the lower carders, a lot of the mid-carders as well. Really, this guy can already stand toe-to-toe with the main event talent. He feels very much like a Finn Balor, in the sense of he's got this character that's so big. You know, he's a man of very few words. He's got a fantastic entrance. He really could throw a surprise. Again, I don't expect him to win it, but this list is who would I want to see win it, and I want Aleister Black. That brings me to number 1. Number 1 on the list, who I want to see win the Royal Rumble, is Neville. Neville! He's been away since, like, forever. And he absolutely dominated that cruiserweight scene last year. He was like a champion throughout the majority of the year. Then it got silly towards the end. He dropped the title to Akira Tozawa to only then win it back like a week later or a few nights later. And then like dropped it to Enzo, and he got fed up with it. It was like, look, I've been made this really strong champion and now just messing around, and so he walked away. That's not going to put him in anyone's good books. That's not going to get you a championship match. But, man, he deserves it. He's been on the main roster now for years. He puts on great match after great match after great match. There's a champion in AJ Styles that's of a size that would make sense. Like, it wouldn't make much sense putting Neville in there against Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. But AJ Styles? That's a match I want to see. I mean, they already did Neville against Seth Rollins for the title. I think it was on Raw, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was a brilliant match, but you're going back like 2015, I think that was. So, yeah, it would work. I don't think Vince is going to do it. I don't think Neville's in anyone's good books. But, man, that match just makes so much sense. He walked away from the Cruiserweight division because he wanted a bigger challenge and more opportunity. Give him the Rumble win. Take him to WrestleMania. Let him show the world what he can do. on the biggest stage. I know a lot of you out there might be going, but what about Shinsuke Nakamura? What about Roman Reigns? Their time will come anyway. They don't need the Rumble to win. You know, Shinsuke Nakamura will have a title match at some point this year. Neville won't. Pete Dunne won't. Aleister Black won't. Arguably Rusev won't. So, you know, these people are people that I just don't see getting that opportunity. You know, even Finn Balor, that Raw roster is stacked. Absolutely stacked. So, it's crowded. I don't see where he's going to get his chance. So, Rumble win is, like, the only way forward for a lot of these guys. And, again, I can hear people going, Dolph Ziggler? Yeah? Everyone's talking about Dolph Ziggler? Yeah, everyone's talking about Dolph Ziggler because he walked away. He left the championship, the United States Championship, in the ring. So is he going to come back and go and win the Rumble and then challenge for the big one? I don't mind, but kind of, I'm a bit on it. If it happens, I can't say I hate it, but they didn't book him very well before that United States Championship win. Like, this isn't a guy this isn't like Punk coming back. I'm not desperate for Dolph Ziggler to return and get his WrestleMania main event because he was just booked awful throughout his career, pretty much. I mean, he's won loads of Intercontinental Championships and United States Championship most recently. But, yeah, it's been years and years and years since he's been in that main event picture. And to be honest, he's been having pretty underwhelming matches. Like, I can't remember many recent Dolph Ziggler matches that I enjoyed. So, I don't know. It would be hard to get excited for a Dolph Ziggler WrestleMania main event. And in truth, I don't even see it happening. Awesome, guys. That's just a quick insight into my brain to kind of give you my thoughts on where I think the Rumble will go. I mean, I think Shinsuke, I kind of agree that he is favourite because Roman, I think, will just end up having a match against Brock anyway. Cena against Undertaker. I could see Shinsuke, AJ Styles. I think that's money. I think that's a match you save for WrestleMania. So, you know, if they're going to do it, might as well do it at the biggest show of the year. So, yeah, I think that they will go that way. But, man, I would love any of my suggestions to be successful. That would just be Neville in particular, you know, getting that moment. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe, all of that good stuff. And hopefully, I see you again next time. Bye for now.